Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwunokwudi said the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, don create more job than any other governor wey don rule Edo State before since 1999. Make I leave you make you hear from Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwunokwudi.
A great good evening to our conscious and all people worldwide. I remain my humble self, yours like activist Stanley Sazosa Woody, the coordinator general of the diaspora connect worldwide, the CEO of Sadi Enterprise, in fact, the CEO of Fuman and those things. Yes, we're barring up today. We want to say thank you, God, for giving us the opportunity to see the day, engage in our activities, and as we speak, everyone from within the purview of the Nigerian context have retired to their household. We bless God. It's not as if we are more important because those who have died, many are greater than us. But God gives us the opportunity to be on earth, and we must say thank you to Him. Now, this evening, we are coming out to talk about I said, put me everywhere, anywhere. The Obaseki administration has created more employment than any government that have ruled Edo State since 1999. I've seen series of challenge in respect to this issue, and I think it is expedient for me to break it down so that everyone will understand. First, the number of employment opportunities Obaseki don create, no government don create since 1999. Put me anywhere. Oshomole administration in Edo State did not create one single employment. One. Oshomole in these 8 years did not employ one person. I didn't say 10, one. The 8 years came in and left. No single employment created. The only employment created by Oshomole's government was the Edo Yes Youth Empowerment Program. Youth Empowerment Scheme, whichever way, Edo Yes. And it created 10,000 jobs. Before Oshomole left power, he sacked the whole of them. They were more or less like an ad hoc staff. Oshomole sacked them all. But as we speak today, Obaseki has created more employment than any government that have ruled in 1990. I challenge anybody. We have 3 governments that have ruled. The Lucky Millennium government, the Adamushole government, before the Obaseki's government. Today in Edo, we have an efficient traffic management system. They were not Edo Yes member that Oshomole disbanded. The Obaseki administration created a formidable employment, created the Traffic Management Agency of Edo State, and made them a pensionable state job. A pensionable state job. Now, in your area, you have the traffic management. In anywhere you are from within the tributaries of Edo State, you have the traffic management. Calculate the number of jobs created in the traffic management alone. You will also agree with me that the Somali administration who refused to create a single employment and don't yet scheme, all of them were sacked. The whole of them, not even one, was retained. sacked all of them. Was at today, the traffic management scheme we have in those states is a pensionable state job created by the Obaseki administration. Now, let's say what they created in the traffic management is 10,000 persons. Check. Is that not 10,000 employment in itself? As we speak today, government ministries and parastatals who investigate has increased the number of employment opportunity. E.g., even in the CFO office, where some of us work as an auto rep, one look at the number of employment created in that consortium by the Obaseki administration. Go to every ministries today. The Ministry of Town Planning, e.g., Savan just got his employment under Obaseki administration. Go and get these details. I challenge you. Anybody that want to dispute it. I said it when I made the post. I said I challenge anybody. I said I beat my chest. Oshomole did not create one job. One in Edo State. One. Oshomole was good in fixing road. Is the truth. Oshomole fixed good number of roads in Edo. But single job. Oshomole did not employ one half person. Half. The only one he employed was 2 years, and it disbanded the whole of them. Will you consider that unemployment? Now, when you say direct and indirect job, as we speak today, members of the opposition party who are attacking Obaseki are working in the CFO office, submitting CFO, doing all sorts of things. At the Dojis, ask yourself a simple question. What is an indirect employment if the likes of our brothers who criticize the Obaseki on a daily basis continue to work and submit documentation in a Dojis? That is an indirect employment created by the Obaseki administration for those set of people. What we have noticed is that those who hated Obaseki are not much, but they have different fake accounts on social media. Their goal is to look for a way, regardless of what happened, to rubbish the person of the government. But let's leave hate aside. Let's actually engage ourselves in a logical analysis. A logical analysis. In your area, Edo State Traffic Management Agency is there. A pensionable job. Let's say they are just 10,000. He has defeated Oshomole Edo years. That was disbanded. In fact, I am talking with facts. Ohireme Osiki read Urban and Regional Planning, and it was almost a first class like me, but at least it was not up to first class in my school then. But today, he has gotten his job from the Edo State government. Osiki Ohireme. Now, I want to challenge one single person. Show me one person who got a permanent job in an Oshomole administration. I will send you a well-organized recharge card of 7,000 naira a year as we speak. One single person under Oshomole's watch. This same set of Oshomole apologists are coming out with different frivolities just to get back at the government. But let's be factual. The Obaseki administration, what they has done, majority of persons. I challenge you, I said since 1999, or if we have analyzed that of Oshomole, he defeated Oshomole outrightly in terms of employment. Oshomole did not create one. One, even the number of employment created by Lucky Benedo is higher than what Oshomole created. And Obaseki defeated the Benedo in terms of employment. Maybe this may be an impromptu video. You never knew that I'm going to give you a challenge. You have a right to call me after this video to say, let's put the challenge next week. Go and get one person. As we speak, go to ministry, go to Palm House. We have series of employment created. And let me tell you, those who are expecting Obaseki to create employment that will take care of all the youth, you need to wake up from the dream. Because even the government of the United States, as rich as the US, spending $1 billion a day in war in Afghanistan before now, they cannot guarantee creating employment to the teeming population of the United States. It is not up to the American government, is not up to the task of creating employment for everyone. Now we'll talk about direct and indirect. Somebody came to my word today to accuse me. Yes, it is true. And though people gave me employment, and it's also true that the Edo government created an indirect employment for Sakunokudi. I am not the one signing CFO. When I do my survey, my professor signed on the survey. I do the CFO, the governor signs on the CFO. At the end of the day, the CFO gets to you. You keep in your CFO, you pay tax to the government, you pay Osakonobodi honorarium, and you get your documents. That is an indirect employment. But get it clearly. My employment came from a dope around the world. But because of the fact that I'm not the owner of that office, it is an indirect employment. Let us know this and have peace. But you know what? There are some set of people who hated the person of the governor of Edo State, His Excellency, Governor Godwin Obaseki. As we speak today, I'm very joyous and happy. I received over 25 CFOs today. And I've notified all my clients whose theirs has come. I will officially start distribution by tomorrow. It is also true that the government requested land use charge before we can collect the CFOs. I never waited for my clients to bring the money. In fact, it was only one person that sent money in respect to our own land use charge. The rest I paid with my money. I paid with my money, collected it, waiting for my client to come and collect their documents while paying the money I paid to get those things on their behalf. So who much is given, much is expected. I will bless Edo people worldwide. But I want to advise you, Edo people, do not allow any disgruntled political element to deceive you and hoodwink you to go against a project you built. His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki is a blessing to Edo State. Everybody is looking at roads. Fine, the government is fixing roads. But you know what? Obaseki government is laying foundation. Go and look at what is happening in Oyegu's house. Please, NEPA just took light. Let me switch my power source. Some few minutes, please. Yeah. Sorry, NEPA just discard us, so I had to go and change. Now, I may not get exactly where I concluded from, but I want to tell you this. People are looking at we needed flyover leading to nowhere. Actually, we needed flyover in Ibahiru. Yeah. But the fact still remains the number of foundation created by Obaseki, no government has ever done it. While other governors are running from salary payments, other governors are downsizing workers. And those states government is increasing salaries without reducing workers. If you have a father who is a civil servant, you have a mother who is a civil servant, ask he or she. If your father or your mother did not receive their salary on the 25th of every month, your father or your mother is not working with the Edo State government. His or her name is not in register. As we speak today, go and look at the current information on the social media outlet. There's a big fight now between the Edo State Osiomo power plant and BEDC. In Edo State in the past, under Oshomo administration, we are having street lights. But thank God the street light under Obaseki administration is coming to provide yellow. And we enjoy him to make sure he gets to the end of the bypass, down to Adoma. Then the whole of bypass from Sapele Road down to Oluku through Agbo Road should be backed up by street lights. But ask yourself a simple question. Under the Oshomole administration, the Edo State government pays money for diesel every day to power street lights. And such was a means for some persons to continue to loot the state treasury dry. Hey, when you dey give contract, make you dey buy diesel, maybe give am hammer. But today as we speak, anywhere you see street light in Edo is powered by Osiomo power plant. Some people will say, why this Osiomo not dey come people house? Let me tell you, if not with the bad condition of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, if today the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is reviewed and states are allowed to operate, from today, if na today review am, from today we will have 24 hours electricity. Because the number of electricity we have in Edo State is enough to take care of Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, and Rivers State. Go to Iyowo and see the number of megawatts generated by Asura power plant. It's in Edo, but it must be incorporated into the national grid. You cannot supply it to Edo people because of the constitution. Now go and look at the Osio. As we speak, government offices are getting 24 hours power supply. No matter how electricity will be available, the state government does not have the right whatsoever to channel this electricity to individual houses. If the state government tries it, they will be greeted with litigation. But majority of persons don't even know what is happening. We are metamorphosed from a system where diesel, an analog system, where diesel will be used to power electricity, to a system where an electricity like street light is being powered by Osiomo power plant. Go and investigate. Do not believe whatever I say. I may be lying to you. Go to the field and see for yourself. Osiomo is not far. Before you get to Olobo, you see Osiomo. You will see Osiomo power plant there. Before you get to Olobo, but it's there. It is your right to know. Do not believe my statement. Go and investigate. As we speak today, Obaseki no good, Obaseki no good. We now have a well formidable system where, as of today, the transport system in Edo State is organized. You cannot just stand anywhere and begin to say, I want to enter motor. Bus driver dey park later. No. Everyone now goes to the central park and it is distributed across different strategic locations. Then look at the amount of resources that gets to the disposal of Edo State government. It is only this government that came out to announce that the IGR of Edo State has hit 3 billion. 2 weeks after that day, worker salary was increased because the government will not want to announce 2 billion without impacting positively on the life of the people. Some person said, do we only have workers in Edo State? What about that place? You cannot rejig the economy without touching the life of the workers. You cannot rejig the economy without touching the lives of the civil servants. They are the one who in turn goes into the streets to empower the local economy. Now, what is it? Like now, what is indirect employment? Now, let's take an example. Osakonobodi is employed into the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And at the end of the day, we are having issues. I said, okay, I want the Ministry of Youth and Sport to get me so and so. Believe me, if the Ministry of Youth and Sport pays me salary, and I eventually goes to the street to buy something from the hands of Mama Sabulisu, from the salary paid to me, I have paid Mama Sabulisu, who in turn gets her own gain, send families to the market to take care of their household. That is an indirect employment created by the government. Somebody asked, is that an insult? He said, fool, which ministry did he create? Now, I have told you, do not believe me. Go to Edochis alone. The number of direct employment created in Edochis is more than 100. Go there alone. Then outside Edochis, go to Palm House, Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Agriculture, and all. I see your friend is come on social media to say no one that the government have not created at least 100 employment by all these consortia. Now go and look at what is happening in terms of infrastructure. Since the history of Edo State, this is the only time Oshomole did not promote one worker. One single worker did not get promotion under Oshomole. Go and look at the number of promotions going on. And go and look at the number of incentives given to work. This is the only time since the history of Edo State, if not even Lucky Millennium, who is a member of my party, the PDP, has done such. Obaseki administration is not only training and training civil servants, an institute has been created for them so as to be able to ensure that efficient service delivery is delivered by this set of people. Go and investigate. Do not believe me. Now, those who are fighting Obaseki are fighting him because of stomach infrastructure. Believe me, the problem Obaseki is facing today is that Obaseki is very stubborn. He believes that he must change the narrative. Ordinary politician will not fight to this extent. He will just call them to say, I mean, I know one problem. Right now, as we told, the allocation that comes to the state is 3 billion. I will be giving you people 500 million. I will give my executive 500 million. I will take 1 billion. Let me use 1 billion to work for a group. By month, he will be making his money. He will not have one conflict. The conflict he's facing right now is not because of himself. He's facing this conflict because he decided to be rigid to say no, no matter what. If it were some persons, a man who was fought out from APC, when the company people say, I don't want fire to make the notice that I made the find trouble, my you bring the treasure, more your chop, my keep now after all, made the notice there back. But the man said, no, I'm going to fight to finish. Those who is fighting for are joining the opposition to fight him. Obaseki, if he wants to eat today, he will eat your money and give some to those who want to continue to control the sitting governor of Edo State. But Obaseki is saying, no, I will not accept it. We must change the culture of politics. Now let me tell you, Buhari said something. While he was campaigning, he said, I want to make sure that we keep corruption. They ended up saying again, after 1 year in office, he said, when you are fighting corruption, corruption is fighting back. Buhari administration said, we are fighting corruption and corruption is fighting back. I want to tell you, Obaseki did not tell the people that he's going to fight corruption, but he's fighting corruption and corruption is fighting back. Obaseki is fighting corruption and corruption is fighting back. If Obaseki chooses to say, no, I don't want any problem, I will make sure that things, I want to listen to these people who are fighting me. I am bringing out the sum of 1 billion naira every month from the 3 billion naira IGR. Every month, 1 billion. As we speak, the whole structure of PDP will be in his hand in 30 minutes. Let me tell you, there is no loyalty in Nigeria. Those who are shouting, I remain with there not be enough food. If the governor gets to their house overnight by 2 p.m., enough for one of those leaders who never see food chop gate. He said, who is that? He said, they say, who is that? Who is in my gate? He said, the governor. The leader will be very happy to receive His Excellency in his house. When the don't talk finish, the governor will say, okay, right now, drop your account with my chief of staff. At the break, they credit that ward chairman or the local government chairman, whatever. Local government chairman 3 million, ward chairman 1 million. It cannot be called and no pick again. It cannot be called them for phone. Say, we must make sure that we stand this government to it. Then they say, no. They'll say, let's look into the issue. They'll first tell us, we will make sure we bring this governor down. Later, they'll say, you hear what they're talking about? They'll say, why don't you just look into this issue? If you look at where this governor not wrong, I don't know if they want to kill him. They don't chore. They don't chore. The reason why the see structure matter, the governor wants the structure for the overall benefit of the people without spending a dime because it's the right of the people. This set of people needed a situation where you must bring that money, let it go. That's their policy. But people don't know what is happening. Now let me tell you, nobody in Nigeria that does not have price tag. They will the phone say there be integrity. Bros, when you drop that money, they'll think twice. But people don't know where to go. They see Obaseki and they hate her. If Obaseki wants to eat, he go bring them together. We remember now in 1999, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. Exactly on the 31st, everybody dey carry Ghana must go government house. Allocation dey come, don't share am. Nothing happen wey dey now. We not fight now. But today, go and check. Obaseki is not only building roads, Obaseki is building public infrastructure. As we speak today, it will be difficult for you to see an abandoned state government properties. Osumele ruled for 8 years. They not put one paint for palm house or any of the government ministry. But today, go and look at them. It's a sinusoid of contemporary development. A classical example of what a public consortium ought to be. As we speak, Edo belongs to us all. Nobody talks about the amount of resources that is available within the disposal of the government. Everybody wants to see Edo to become an America overnight. How much is the statutory budget of your state? How much is designed for your current expenditure? And what is a budget? In case you don't know, a budget is more or less like a plan that stipulates what ought to be done within a specific time frame. When the Edo State government said they budget 10 billion for so and so, does not mean that the 10 billion is available. It is a budget, it is a plan. The money is not on ground yet, but certainly it is budgeted based on the competencies of the state and the ability for the state to have access to resources to address a problem identified. So when you hear say they make budget, not me say the money dey ground. No. Everybody wants results. According to Two-Face in Libya, nobody wants that, but everybody wants to go to heaven. What Obaseki has done, I said it, I'm repeating it again. The number of employment created by the Obaseki administration, no government has created this since 1999. Under Oshomole's watch, no single teacher be employed. The teacher Oshomole employed, he sacked the other day before he left. No single teacher. I challenge one teacher to come out to say, I was employed by Oshomole. No. But it's rather unfortunate that majority of Edo people, some, not majority, don't know that these people are playing politics with their interest. Obaseki is not a politician. Let me tell you, nobody that is talking about Obaseki here, I'm not happy with him when it comes to political gratification and economic infrastructure. I'm not happy with him. But let's be factual. Is Obaseki not doing the right thing? Is it about you as an individual alone? What about the raptors? What about the jetons? What about the Olopoloye in our contemporary urban world? It's not about you alone, man. It is about the interest of the Talakawas. The work Obaseki don't do in terms of employment, if you have to say, let me score them in terms of road, you should defeat Obaseki for road. But you know what they call the real thing, the way they make human beings stand? Employment. Obaseki 100. Dr. Benedict Oshomole 0. Food security. 100 with Obaseki. Oshomole 0. Lucky 50. Road. Oshomole 100. Obaseki 70. Lucky 10. Industry. Lucky 100. Obaseki 80. Oshomole 20. Lucky Benedict created industriousness in Edo State more than any government that have ruled the state. But the difference between Lucky Benedict government and other government is that there was no social media under Obaseki, under Benedict government to actually showcase what he has done. The only skill acquisition center for women to learn catering and all is in Emomodu. Lucky built it. It's still functioning till tomorrow. Ipeshi. Go and look at what the fertilizer plant built by Obaseki. Till date, Oshobile Admission came in for 8 years without touching it. And to date, that property is still in a state of moribund. And I joined the state government to quickly intervene and fix it. Because what we are having as a problem today in Edo State include but not limited to one, in Nigeria as a whole, lack of sagacious political leader. Two, non-enlightened and egalitarian citizen. Three, ineffective legal machinery. Four, corruption and fund misappropriation. Five, lack of consistency in policy implementation by successive administration or regime. Six, no human development index. Seven, lack of transparency and accountability in governance. Now let's speak lack of consistency in policy implementation by successive administration or regime. Let's be factual. The problem we are having today is because of the fact that when new government comes, they tend to abandon what has been done in the past. They want their name to be tied to a new project. The rest will be placed in the state of Mori. But when Obaseki came, Obaseki said, before we create new projects, the old one must be fixed. As we speak, if there are still abandoned projects in Obaseki government, it will not be up to 10 compared to what has been happening in the past. As Oshomole play politics reach, because he hears say they call street blocking way, the road is swallow motor, not tire. When Obaseki went to collect certificate of return, I myself, I led a protest. In fact, I am the brain behind Lucky Way Road to Bubu. I can send you series of evidence to back that claim. But when Obaseki came, wants to collect certificate of return, in fact, we are the media team covering the government. He was on the vehicle, this Lobe, when he was telling them, I am coming to fix this road. I have the video, it's still with me. I am coming to fix this road. Don't worry. I am coming. Actually, as we speak, Lucky Way Road has been fixed. But somebody abandoned Lucky Way Road because of the name Lucky. The politics of Oshomole as a then was purely personal vendetta. But this is a set of people who are supposed to speak the truth to power are coming out to say, Obaseki, Obaseki, Obaseki. I challenge them. Those who are saying Obaseki has not created employment, has gotten indirect employment from CFO office. They are making money from there. Indirect. I challenge any of them to come out to say they have not created employment. I will tell them, you have benefited from indirect employment of the Obaseki administration. Yes. It is the truth. But it's rather unfortunate that majority of presidents don't even know what is happening. Now let me open up one secret to you. I am talking as a politician. I'm not an electorate, and I want to open political secrets. Why citizens are crying for a better future, road, light, and water with good school. Politicians are thinking of the next election. Politicians don't care about road, light, and water. That's why when you finish election today, you hear politicians telling you 30 minutes after the election to say, what you tried now, if you tried in 2024, I will deal with you. Without even thinking if he or she will live up to 2024. It will tell you when we get to the if you try this, you will see. Electorate keep on fighting for a better Nigeria. Politicians don't care. A man who can spend 100 million naira to buy phone, how much is the salary of the whole of them? They will not come to hoodwink you to say, no, we did not buy with our money. It is our support group. Which year support group? Support group will collect money for you now. As far as we are concerned, Tinubu bought his phone with his money. Amechi bought with his money. The whole of them bought with their money. Even President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who came out and said, I rejected the phone. He only rejected because of the fact that public opinion went against him. Bros, he know wetin happen. Forget say na PDP dey. We cannot pretend. The interest of Nigeria is greater than any politician. As far as we are concerned, Obaseki is helping you get it clearly. You may not know now. Jonathan told you in the past. Forget the fact that Jonathan administration was a monumental failure. Because under his watch, Desani Alese Madueke was almost richer than the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is monumental corruption. But you know what Jonathan said, and I quote, I am the world's most insulted president. But when I leave office, you will know the freedom you enjoy under my watch. Today, no more freedom of speech in Nigeria. We don't, you have freedom of speech to speak, but you don't have freedom after speech. Buhari will mess you up. A man you will ask, what is your plan towards Nigeria? He will be telling you, the oil except he will just go a wire. Those who are attacking Obaseki will never come out to say, President Buhari, why are you talking like this? In fact, those who are APC members don't care about the position going on in APC today. They are discussing about PDP, PDP, PDP. But let me tell you one truth. The Benin always say, now who will go for field the attack? You cannot go and be attacking no who go. Osagunoboni today, when it comes to issue of media and the power of government, I'm seeing attack from different corners. Do you know why? Because the ball is with me. Can you go and be attacking who is not with the ball? So those who are fighting Obaseki, they know that he's the man at the moment. They want to bring him down at all costs. But you know what? If you allow them bring him down, we will collectively regret it. Not today, but you will know later. Now, those of us who say Jonathan must go, Jonathan must go. Now, we see the comment and they say, oh, we love President Jonathan. Many of them are writing under his comment section, forgive us for voting against him. But when he was there, we killed him. We destroyed his image. We attacked him. But the same us are now writing under his image. Oh, Jonathan, forgive us. But those who are begging Jonathan to forgive him because of the fact that Jonathan himself is only capitalizing on the failure of President Muhammadu Buhari because both of them are monumental failures. To rule is not easy, I know, but they are monumental failures. So you may not know now, but certainly, exam may result in a let's wait. After Obaseki administration, for those who fought him now, for those who despise him now, for those who hate him now, for those who are calling for his head, believe me, you are going to apologize to him in the future. But the governor that comes in to say, let the interest of the people be protected. I do not really know. You don't be politician. Bros, let me tell you. Sister, listen. People call up the millennial talking and do government. My money. If Obaseki bring out this money, you know get one enemy for politics. The only enemy we will get na the people. Because when the money fall out, they not under Abacha regime, they pay worker salary. We never go in that. They don't pay your money. They don't pay your partner. They will be eating, come for the road for street. Then you can't get many soldiers and police for streets to force the citizen to agree to the current political despot and extortion regime created by those who want to pressure Obaseki out of office. You will regret it, not now. When it's happening, what is that? Now, let me tell you, believe me, may God bless you. I said it before, I'm going to repeat it again. As we speak, I not get chance. Sir Festus Irigare. So, please, you inbox me on WhatsApp, sir. This is I say that's Festus, but that's Festus Usaide. Sir Festus Usaide will not come out. So you inbox me on WhatsApp. Festus Irigare. Inbox me, please. So, believe me, the governor in itself, as a man, once he went in the do if the money didn't share am, the men don't even know wetin dey go on. Politics is the more you look, the less you see. Now, I'm break am to you now. Talk true. As a Nigerian man, you dey inside your house. You dey fight government. You just surprise government just come your house. As e reach your house, e just give you 5 million. Not deceive anybody. Not from integrity say you by one lie say make dem say you good. But will you cause the government the next day? You collect the money now. What talk true now? All of them wey dey see so, 5 million naira go big for my eye. Some of them need 120 million to rest. We no collect 120 million naira for this state. Some of them need 120 million naira to rest. The governor give them that money. You will be surprised. They will come and say, let's be sincere. What has this governor done against you people? The people wey dey there will say, he? Na this boy your change like this. Money has crossed hand. Obaseki no dey give person money. You go say Obaseki dey give people money. Me wey say go carry ticket go. By this kind of time, I go get convoy. Eric go no more. Ya winner. Na be Obaseki no dey give person money o. You know your poor man say, later we will not share. Zero. The regime wey dey for Edo State today na POS government. They no dey pay anybody money for hand. Go dey see your full office. If you like come with 100 million naira, no collect am. You must pay out of your bank, dey use POS take pay. That was why the government fit generate that IGR. Nobody dey see money for eye. Say you say na government for the work, na the company dey pay in cash. Make you come collect that. All money goes to central account. In fact, indirectly, those states has implemented the TSA. Na im make as we speak, as the country dey cry for economic recession, your government no only dey pay salary, e dey do project. How many projects federal government fit execute? They have been tying east-west road for more than 30 years. Nigeria has spent over $58 billion in electricity. The same set of people wey be APC, wey dey say kill Obaseki, dem dey say down no be, Ugbede Iyama, Ugbede Iyama. Dem no know say Danobi and Ugbede Iyama na the same party. And the government, they may settle tomorrow. This same set of people have not been able to discuss about their party. They say they don't become more PDP, but the PDP matter not let them rest. They love the party, but they don't know how they want to come back. They form integrity, where the opportunity give it to Ovia way, where they Upuno. So, Edo people, believe me on this. Obaseki is fighting for you, but you may not understand. Why you dey talk like that? With only 1 month IGR of 3 billion, if Obaseki say make we just remove the 3 billion, we fit use the next month own to work for them. Make we use the 3 billion take settle. All the structure for PDP go dey house in 24 hours. Ask all of them, including me. Ask all of us, say, why we say we dey vex? Na money na. Any go no more. Somebody for dis state wey governor dey APC go meet am say, your excellence na who work for you all day, my boys still work o. Dem say, okay, very good, you are right. Tell them all to bring their CV. Primary school, secondary school will create opportunity for them to work. They say, no, no, which kind of CV? On a while, high man. We go read. Men dey slap market women and men. Because them na their excellence say, no, that one not dey exist under this government. But people don't know. They mobilize you to fight Obaseki. Fight Obaseki at your own peril. No, not pressure this man. No, not pressure this man. If you have not shared this video, share. Don't pressure him. Because he cannot be fighting the system. You will be the elected referee they fight the system for. They even support those states and Nigeria. People prefer in those states and Nigeria. People prefer to shout, object there. To them, object is the highest. Child, you are child. Child, man. That's what they want. In fact, the citizen will hate a politician if the politician refuse to eat their money. If the politician refuse to eat their money. When the politician eats their money and refuse to selected boys, you now see the citizen shouting, he's a child, boom, get from my chair. A man who stole your money. Go and support Obaseki to change the narrative. Obaseki is fighting the system for you. All the souls wey you see dey fight Obaseki. Now let me tell you, I am Usaku Kodi. I no fit deceive you. I'm an investigator. You see all those ceremony wey dey fight government. I know wetin all of them don go ask government wey government no give them, wey make dem turn against am. All, no one is free. All, the top notch wey dey attack Obaseki, they make request, it was not approved, that is why. Now this state we dey wey say carry me go see the governor. He reach there say I want to snap with you. Then the governor say we can't snap now because whenever I will snap you always use it against me on the media. Pay withdraw. Later he go meet somebody say tell me the governor to give me my own incentive. Governor say there are no incentive. Now as we speak, na him be the top fighter wey dey fight the governor. They should be bold enough to tell Edo people why they are fighting the man. Professor Sareme Osunbo lost the position of governor because he refused to bring out 400 million naira. They told him bring the 400 million. He asked them, which voucher am I bringing this 400 million from? Now he tell lose for court. After his vote was invalidated by somebody, we do know many things wey we no fit talk. He asked, he say, on which factor am I bringing out this money? There is no such money. Na make am lose case for court Osogbo. On your rest, not everything we talk. Dem dey do election for Uromi, Yakubu election. People dey announce results for television. It's a set of people attacking the government. Have refused to come out to say the truth. Obaseki na big man. Who no know am call am small boy. Emata na big man. Who no know am call am small boy. Obaseki na big man o. Who no know am call am small boy. Obaseki na big man. Who no know am call am small boy. Osakwe no body na small man. Who no know am call am big boy. Osakwe no body na small man. Who no know am call am big boy. Obaseki na big man. Who no know am call am small boy. Obaseki na big man. Who no know am call am small boy. Emata na big man o. Who no know am call am small boy. Emata na big man. Who no know am call am small boy. Una know wetin dey happen. The politician dey play politics wey dey clap. You dey never tie road dey in front of you dey clap. Go check all those politicians wey dey fight government. The all of them get opportunity. Dem no tie the road wey go their house, so dem to tie against it. The road wey dey go their house is untarred. Governor will call them to say, let's go and fix your road in your area. What do you do? Abeg, give me the money. See me, leave them. Those people are ungrateful. They did not vote for us. They voted against us. Don't do it. They are fighting for the pocket. You dey clap for them. They shout, say, let's kill Obaseki. You will regret it after now, not today. Fight it to the end, but believe me, you are going to regret. After he's telling, not now, you will know if he actually fought for you or not. You cannot compare that. See, they do governorship. Now we really get governor who confirm Akada say he grad. His school come and come say he go our school. The rest I don't know how far. Some primary six results in the problem today. A full ministry of education was born before we become primary six results. In Edo State here. In Edo State here, full ministry of education was born to arches. In Edo. Because of my six results. Abuna already forget now. No worry, we are here to bring you back to history. May God bless you all. It's me, your brother, your friend from Obaseki. And I'm going to always stand on the path of truth. I only came to make this video. I don't get the time. But I came to make this video when I said Obaseki has actually created direct and indirect 300,000 jobs. It is true. Those who never, where they say, oh God, American government cannot employ Americans. What the Obaseki do employ the way they do? Directly. How is that possible? Stop to the judge with hate. Do not hate people person because people say you should hate him. Hate him because he has done something wrong against you. Don't just hate. Somebody this evening they cost me for online because I made a post related to this issue. He said, hey, you are extorting. And I asked him, our brothers that you are extorting. And I asked him, come. Go and ask who in the whole of abroad, nobody, apart from during election, nobody don't give me one free money, say take a dash you. No. I dey work. But the truth of the matter is very simple. To me, I consider the work wey I dey do as dash. Because this set of people get more than 1,000 persons who go fit do this job for me. But they choose to give me. So I will be forever grateful to say thank you for giving me job. I did not beg the person to say, give me money now, I beg you. No, I am begging for job. Am I wrong? But this man came to my post and began to attack me, calling me all sort of names. But actually, I work and I'm glad that people are giving me their job. I'm glad that I'm not the best in the world, but thank you for taking Osakunopoli as your son and as your brother. But let us be factual. The time when I tell you to do this video shoot, now the time I was able to get arrest tomorrow, I'm not going to sleep early. I sleep by 12 and I wake up by 3 every day. I told you before, if you call me by 3, I don't pick. I don't want to pick up because they never pick. Not be say I don't see them. There is something that makes me come into your presence. Edo people. There is something that makes me come into your presence. Edo people. My helper, oh, your helper is helper, oh, our helper. There is something that makes me come into your presence, Edo people. There is something that makes me come into your government, Obaseki. There is something that makes me come into your government, Obaseki. Our helper, oh, your helper is helper, oh, my helper. There is something that makes me come into your government, Obaseki. That's the simple truth. Do not allow them to fall him down because we all will live to regret our action. The system is fighting him and he's busy fighting the system. The end shall tell, and the end shall justify the means. I want to say congratulations to those who receive their CFOs. Today, some of you have not gotten it directly with your hands, but you have been notified. The CFO is out. 25 CFO collected today. It's a plus. It shows that actually the name the CFO man in those states is not a noise. It is tagged on me because of the fact that we, our watchword is an efficient service delivery. God bless you for continuing to patronize and serve the enterprise. We are here to serve you better, and we will forever remain youthful. Happy New Week. Happy Tuesday. God bless you. If you have not shared this video, please click your share button. You don't need to pay money to share. The money you are supposed to pay has been paid.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Stanley Osaze-Osakwuno-Odi. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.